Hey, it's Friday night at 7:30, and you know where you're at. You are.
All right, that's the show, folks.
How did that there taste?
It tasted really good.
Yeah, that's right. He's hungry. You know, I told you should have had dinner before you came down here.
I'll tell you a secret. I scratched my ass before I put that finger in my
That's right. It's double good. Anyway, we are your hosts.
Big G.
Karen Littleby.
And Bourbon Bob.
So, I had to do it, guys. I had to bring Joe Boo and Chief Wahoo back out.
Yes, you did.
Because, and I'm
Two
sorry,
bitches.
what the hell is going on?
After the All-Star break, we fall apart.
Dude, I even offered Joe Boo some of my tequila. Come on.
He likes rum.
Come on.
Jabu likes rum.
Oh, I had to pump up those numbers. Come on, let's go.
Oh, man.
So, Joe Boo, you and me are going to throw down if these guys don't take this second game tonight.
That's it.
Anyway.
Kick him in his ding-ding. I ain't playing.
Absolutely.
So what's up, kids?
Oh, man, what a week we had around here.
Shit show week.
We had
my God.
tornadoes. We had power outages.
Oh, man. Speaking of power outages, let's do the Schnitz Ale news. We just had the little Schnitz Ale thing here.
Yeah.
Good friends of the show. They just had to dispose of all their food, so a lot of their servers and everything work for tips, but they're going to have to take a couple days to restock and repurchase, so be patient with them.
Because they had to throw everything away, and you know they make fresh food.
Everything is from scratch.
I know that, well, I don't know if I'm 100% right, but I think I am, just for what I heard from the man. I think they go over $100,000 a month in food.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably more than.
And then they buy in big quantity.
Right.
And Schnitz Ale and Schnitzel.
Right.
All their food is homemade food.
Oh gosh, and it's the best.
It's not. They don't buy these stuff that they buy like fresh chicken. They buy fresh pork. I mean, I watched them many times down in the basement, putting food together and breading it and doing all the thing. Oh my goodness! It's a whole.
Goran making his sausages fresh.
They are old school, man.
Hard school, but
and they are the best German restaurant in Cleveland.
Yeah, Northeast Ohio.
And just remember that their beer is still available. The beer didn't go bad. Mm-hmm. So their beer is available at a lot of the local places, a lot of your local Giant Eagles and drug marts, and so support them in this trying time for them. Yep. Good friends of the show, good people.
And their Strongsville location is open.
Right.
So that's where we did our show from a few weeks back. It's their tap room, their production facility. It's amazing.
I would say distiller.
It's okay.
Brewery.
Production and Tap House is the actual official name of that. Yeah. And they're out there in Strongsville, right off of Pearl Road on the Progress Drive, Little Industrial Park Road.
Right by the Alfa Romeo dealership.
But they do have their food trucks out at Schnitz Ale Brewery and Das Schnitzel Haus right across the street. So stop in there and grab a sandwich, man. Yeah. Their food is fresh as heck, man. So.
And speaking of location shows, we were off last week, and we hope you certainly enjoyed that recorded show with Blacken, Tom, and Rob Dietrich. Oh my God, I could not have asked for a better show, better guest. Tom was here in studio, and it was our first recorded show. A couple little glitches, but man, we had him for We had Rob for 90 minutes.
For a guy that only likes 15 to 30.
And we're actually trying to work on doing another one with them because there was a rye bottle that didn't come in, and we want to do another.
We're going to
try and put that together.
Hopefully sometime next month, right?
Right. But with that being said, I'd like to do the bottle pour and put them into the infinity bottle because since we weren't live, I have them here, and I'd like to put those two in there. That was the Rabbit Hole and the Wes Anderson. Henderson. I keep saying Anderson. I don't know why, but I want to make sure.
Anderson alone.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is some good stuff, and these definitely are bottle worthy.
Oh, absolutely. They were absolutely
Yeah, this is the Wes
awesome.
Henderson one. This is the one with the white port bottle.
Right.
And we've actually been to the liquor stores since we've done the show because we had taped it a couple of weeks prior, and we've bought a bunch more bottles of just the regular Blacken because it's hard.
Kids, if you knew how much alcohol we buy to do the show, It's sickening.
I'm thirsty. Hey.
I mean, it's just, with all the shows and everything, all the tasting.
This one is just the regular blackened.
That's all right.
Yeah, that one's
There's
awesome.
not a bad bottle.
I know. I think the rabbit hole.
bad
We all
bottle.
finished the rabbit hole one.
Yeah, the rabbit hole's gone.
So, but this is going to be.
We had 2 people.
Dude, you spilled half of that on the.
No, I didn't. I spelled it on my cigar, so it's going to be a perfect cigar now.
Oh, there you go.
So.
Man, we are getting close.
We're getting good. We're getting close to a show.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Dude, I cannot wait to try that bottle.
Sure.
That's going to be a great bottle.
It's going to be a great show as we do that. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
A little shaky shake, little shaky shake.
Little cocktail action. Come on, Tom Cruise.
There we go. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful blend. Okay.
All right.
Now, on the regular business.
There you
So,
go.
but that's catching up, so we're caught up with that.
I'm telling you what. Yeah, it was such a high. So we had a group here last week, and we sat around and watched the show, and Sidecar was in town, which was awesome to
It was
see
great
him
to see
again.
him, yeah.
And I was sitting in the king's chair over here in front of him. We're watching it on the TV, and
That would be my chair, by the way.
it's a queen's chair. Anyway,
Ball
he
said
was
queen.
so
If I had two, I'd be
locked
king.
in on that show. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't taking notes.
Oh, he was hunched over and watching. I know he watched it several times. But, I mean, if you haven't had a chance, go back and watch that one. It is a 90-minute show.
It's a great show.
But it didn't seem like it. Rob ran with every question, every response,
God.
dropped off a bunch of knowledge, and almost some secrets. He almost gave some stuff away, but
That's all right.
yeah.
I just can't believe that we were able to talk with him. I
Right.
mean, the experience that man has and the knowledge he has, and it was for us, our little Cleveland, Ohio podcast here.
And he validated a lot of the things that we say and say on a regular basis. Everybody's palate is different, which we always say. If you don't know the taste, to bring back a memory. I mean, he brought back the memory of his mom's making the sauce, dropping the ashes of her cigarette in the sauce. What was the coyote urine?
Coyote urine.
He
Oh,
smells
my
everything. He has a
God.
coyote urine. So
It smelled so bad. I said, "You tell her to pull her pants off."
You had some good one-liners in there,
couldn't
Rodney
help
Dangerfield.
myself.
Yeah.
Right.
please watch that show. You will walk back. You'll walk out of there looking for more, and hopefully we can bring you more of that one. That style show.
Besides doing the show with him, it seemed like all night we were doing it. Okay, and I don't mean that in a bad reason. We were so tuned in. We were so this, so that, and it just kept going and going and going. And then I didn't realize at that point that we were in, and here's Zach, our producer, and he's pulling up the card going.
1 hour.
1 hour.
We're like,
Then now we're like, holy cow,
Yeah.
So anyway, that was great. So now we come back, fast forward to last week's pre-done show, and we're all sitting. The whole Whiskey Roundtable program is here, and we sat there and watched it on big TV, and it was like 20 minutes. It felt like 20 minutes. The show was over. I was like, holy cow.
Right, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
And it was great, and it was great to watch. If you watch it twice, you're going to be like so in tune with actually what's going on.
you pick up more information.
You do.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic show. I tell you what, we've had a lot of good people do this podcast.
Yeah, we kicked
This
off
year-
the year
this
with
year.
Ray on
Ray
Cognac.
on
Had
Cognac.
a
Oh
great
my
show to
God,
kick
yeah,
off our season.
Dave's ready to get in after in September.
Right.
He's ready to get back in here and do our thing with
And
Royal
Dave
Band
would be,
Cigars.
yep, bro.
Dave's going to do cigars and probably tequila at night too.
Yeah. So it's good.
I'll
You
be
never
there.
know. Sometimes I get people. They're like, oh, blah blah blah, this and that, da 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 da. But at the end of the day, we put out, in my personal opinion, we put out a very good show, the way we like it, so to say, and the audience. I see a lot of podcasts. They're like 15 minutes, and they're so like in tune. There's no, how do you say it?
Interaction.
No interaction.
No, like you don't get that. You don't get to know the people that are doing the show.
Correct. And we are, we just do this for fun. I mean, literally, we're doing it for fun. It's just like something we just like to do, you know. And we all mesh real well, you know. And at the end of the day, I think our show is good. My personal opinion.
We put out something that we would want to watch.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe next year we'll be on that brackets, that Bourbon Show brackets that they have going on Bourbon Nation.
Yeah, I heard you put in a good word for us, right?
We might be a little bit of ways from that, so we need more viewership. Like and subscribe, please.
Yes.
WhiskeyRoundtable.com, whiskeyroundtable@gmail.com. Interact, please.
Yeah, reach out for us. Reach out to us.
Yeah.
So, you know, what we want to do, we want to get T-shirts. Greg's wearing one of the T-shirts that we did when we went to the Wild West Whiskey Fest that the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op put on earlier this year. But we want to get more T-shirts and, you know, get our word out there. Bob's been really good at the stickers, which I have on the back of my Jeep right now.
Right. Well, we did these T-shirts because from the Whiskey Fest.
Right.
You know, and
it was a quickie thing we did.
It was a quickie thing, but you know what? It falls into that era back in the day where nothing was perfect, so to say.
Right.
But you know, at the end of the day, I like it. It's, you know, it is what it is. You know.
I like it too. I mean, it's got the code on the side. You can watch the show.
No, you got the code on the sleeve. There's just Big G on the back.
On the back, yeah. You know.
So you can call him Big G from coming and Big G going.
Then Big G go to bed.
Big G, get out of here.
Me so sleepy.
Oh, Suki.
So, yeah, this week was a rough week around here.
My
So.
sushi hurt. Go ahead.
No more Yankee, my wanky.
Oh, geez. 16 candles? Oh.
Donger hungry.
Long Dong Wong.
That donger need food. Long Duck Dung. What's your
Long
first
Duck
name?
Dung, yeah.
Long. What's your last name? Duck. Dung.
Anyway,
But
sorry,
yes, so-
sorry kids, we got a lot.
Somebody got their booby.
Oh my goodness.
So yes,
I watched too many 80s movies.
Those were the best. Those were fun, man. It was good times.
So hopefully all you Northeast Ohio people are watching this on your cell phones because you may not have power, but I want to thank the crews that come from out of state to help get our power restored. Lots of them. They said there's about 5,000 people that came in to help restore power to everybody from the 4 confirmed tornadoes that we had come through here. There were small tornadoes, but they did cause a lot of devastation and damage.
110-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
That's something. Yeah.
I'm just glad we don't have those on a regular basis like some of the states. But be nice to the guys that are working on the power lines. Drive slow past them, please. They're here putting their lives on line to get your life back normal. So.
Right, I agree.
Absolutely.
When we went to the Mexican restaurant yesterday, which was supposed to be Chinese, but that's a whole different story. And right before we left, there was like, I think 3 or 4 big
guys,
tree trucks come in, and they were getting ready to eat dinner at like almost 10 o'clock. You know, the restaurant kept it open for them guys, so they.
And we thank them, because those guys are working around the clock, and we had about 1 million people in the area without power since Tuesday.
Yeah, 4 communities, and luckily there was no fatalities that they have reported yet, and it was very, very lucky, very good thing. But again, Mother Nature came out, wiped everything in a quick second, took everything away. You can't expect mortal men to restore it as fast as Mother Nature took it away. So please be kind to these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I wouldn't want to be out there doing this work, but
all right. So our weather is off the table now.
Off the table. We hit it. Yeah.
So what do we got on the scroll, kids?
Oh, geez, you know what? I haven't even gone there.
Oh, so you got Joris out there.
Joris.
Lawrence has joined us. Whiskey Tube is out there.
Whiskey Tube. What's up, kids?
Hey, appreciate you guys watching. I know Joris is from over the pond, as they say.
Belgium,
yes. Lawrence is up in Michigan. And Whiskey Tube, I don't know your location. I don't believe I know that.
Where are you at?
Refresh, because I don't retain it. Refresh that, because I would like to watch their show. I mean, they're listeners of us. And
yeah, well, yeah.
I would love them. I would like to see, maybe be able to to bust their chops a little while. So
Yeah, post your link on our chat over here, and
Yeah,
we'll put that out there, and
Please,
we'll get
absolutely.
you some viewers too.
that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
We like collaborations and stuff like that. And speaking of collaborations,
That's what we're doing.
what a nice
tonight.
segue that was.
You are effing good, Dad.
Holy schmoly!
So actually, the bottle we're doing tonight, Three Chords, is the distillery, and it is Buffalo Happy Hour, which is a podcast out of Buffalo. They got with Three Chords and put this bottle together a couple years ago. So we just wanted to give a shout out to them, which I believe it is Derek and Mike. Thank you for this. You know, Sidecar is in Buffalo.
Sure, Buffalo, New York.
So we get a couple of good deals from him, and this is, you know, one that we picked up or he brought back or whatever. So I'm really excited
I am
to try
too. I mean-
this. And it goes with the rock and roll theme that we
Right.
seem to be caught on. You know, this year we've done the Travelers,
Right.
you know, which is Chris Stapleton.
Country.
And we've done the Blackened. And now we're doing the Three Chords, which is for those of you in Cleveland, Neil Giraldo is a Cleveland native from Parma.
Another big name, yep.
And he actually started Three Chords.
This show goes to Parma.
Who got hit hard
It's a
by the F.
Ghoul
Yeah,
reference.
they got beat up.
But yeah. So you know, I'm really
I
excited
am
to
too.
try this, and I love the fact that this podcast, who, you know, I checked out this week, reached out to those guys. I, you know, asked hopefully they can join us or at least watch the show after tonight. Just let us know what they think. But they're comparable to us as far as size, you know, and just to know that they were able to get that distillery and get it
Right.
together and do a bottle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something.
Yeah.
Something.
So I got this bottle out of New York back in the beginning of May, and this bottle came across, and I don't know where it came from or whatever, but the guy that I got it from, it was part of a collection that we bought, if you will, and he said, I don't know anything about this bottle, blah blah blah, and I said, that's all right, we'll figure it out on the table. So here we are today, and you know, 3 months later, and we're excited about it because there's a lot of good history in that.
Well, we got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here, and we kind of like doing something with
Sure.
music and supporting somebody local, and you know, we got Neil involved in this one, and you know, so that's a good correlation. And speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they just did a nice, Carmen. God.
Eric Carmen.
Eric Carmen, yeah. They just released a nice tribute to Eric Carmen.
Who actually had a house down the street from us.
Right. So I mean, another Cleveland connection. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does a great thing with the local people here too. So
Yeah, he's
So that's great.
I grew up with, I won't say grew up with Eric Carmen's music, and
I think we all did.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Well, I won't go down that road, but my cousins have a band here in Cleveland, and hey, if you ever want to go see them, they're still playing East
Yeah,
Wind.
East Wind, sure.
Awesome. Awesome.
We got
Hey,
one.
and Rob, if you happen to be listening in Colorado, I didn't mention my other
Oh, yeah.
cousin, Blinker Fluid.
Blinker Fluid.
They got a band out there, so check them out. That's my cousin Billy. He's good time.
well, speaking of Robs and stuff, I think Rob and Cheese in Sturgis right now. Up north in
Dude, I
Cheese.
so want to go to the Sturgis rally.
What's his nickname now? Sweet
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. We gotta remember
Cheesecake.
that.
You know, like beefcake?
Beefcake.
Cheesecake.
Yeah, Rob's been posting some pictures from oh God, what's that? Jesse James Saloon out there.
Yeah.
A bunch of the other places. So
I love.
they look at having a good time.
You know, he took the RV out there, and he's
Uh-huh.
got a little blow-up pool because it's like 90-some degrees in South Dakota. Which Whiskey Tube is in North Dakota.
Yes, he is.
I just saw that come through on the
Yep.
scroll. But, I mean, they're having an awesome time, and I would love to go out there. My dad used to go out there when he was younger. I would love to go out there and just check it out.
We got
I'm
to
not
make
buying
sure.
another Harley.
We don't need a Harley. No.
We just got to make sure Rob starts putting them Whiskey Roundtable stickers on his camper, so when he's going around,
That's it.
Stick it right over that Harley logo.
No,
Don't shoot me, Harley lovers.
Next to it.
Trust me, those boys are having a good
I know they are.
time.
They are.
Lots of good music. I saw they went to a Jelly Roll concert out there. So I mean, just
Chord
awesome.
didn't get into that, did he?
I don't know.
Cheesecake? He didn't get in there?
I didn't see any pictures of him. But,
He's laying low.
laying low.
Some things that happen in Sturgis need to stay in Sturgis. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Lawrence was saying it's a whiskey and cigar time. So what kind of cigar are you smoking tonight, Rob? Greg.
That's right.
Yeah, you guys look so much alike. Yeah.
He should put his name on the front of the shirt.
Sure.
For you,
Yeah, Big G.
So
Rob.
So Ralphie bought me a box of Island Gems.
Oh,
So that's
wow.
what this is, and that's the same company as Leaf, Oscar Leaf, if you will. So they come medium body and full body. This is a medium body cigar that I'm smoking now, and I'll be smoking it here in another minute. But anyway,
He's about ready to burn his fingers.
He's gonna double fist that one. Yeah.
So that's an Island Gem, great smoke. I've had it many times. Never let you down.
There you go. And I have, obviously, what else do I smoke? Tobacco from Drew Estates. There you go, Tom. Little holler out. Greatest cigar. I can't even smoke anything else now other than Cuba Cubas or other Drew Estates products. So I'm spoiled.
There you go.
And then I have the Royal Havana 660 Whiskey Roundtable branded one. I just love this one. This is a Big G blend.
That's Big G blend.
Royal Havana sponsor, #1 sponsor.
Yep.
So big shout out to Big Dave out there because I like these cigars.
Yep. Great cigar.
Yeah, those you can't. There's nothing you can say bad about those. Every time I've seen or somebody has smoked those that has been here on the show or just hanging out, they love those cigars.
Dave makes some really good in-house cigars. He's got a box press there that is like my all-time favorite now. It's my go-to cigar. It's just a regular box press, and I just love that one.
Our house brand cigars that are in the middle of the humidor, there's not a bad cigar in there. A lot of times you go to a lot of cigar lounges, if you will, and they're looking around and they have a price point in their head, and these cigars, I'll put that back. These cigars, 660s and box press cigars and a whole host of others in the center section. Those cigars are the pricing is very, very good, and they'll hold up with any $15 or $20 cigar. A lot of those cigars for half the price. It's wonderful, and they sell out 90% of the time. They sell out the whole week.
Yeah, and if you're a good employee like Hoops is, you get your own cigar.
Yeah.
Way to go, Hoops!
Yeah.
He's got an employee over there, Hoops.
Yeah.
Great, knowledgeable young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he come up with a blend. Dave come up with a blend, and he's got a Hoops blended cigar in there.
Yeah, so Dave, I was the first, when we first doing the show, Dave, my partner, he said to me one day, he says, I'm going to produce a cigar for you. He goes, you're a 660 guy, and I'm going to produce, so that's what you're smoking right now. So we didn't put ours, because they sell out so fast,
right.
The 660s, but at some point we're going to have to, I was talking to Dave, we're going to have to put the Whiskey Roundtable cigar labels on them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we do for ourselves.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we get our stuff. Listen, great place to go.
Yeah.
It's clean. It's nice. You'll be surprised who you meet.
Nice lounge.
Very nice lounge.
They always got some sports event on the TV or some good music playing, and the decor. You step back in time almost when you go in there. It's awesome.
You walk in there a stranger. You walk out with 6-7 friends.
Yeah, amen. Unbelievable. You never know who you're going to meet. So anyway, let's move on.
Anyway.
Absolutely. So Whiskey Tube said he is smoking a Nub Double Maduro 460.
Ooh, nice.
That is a great cigar.
Yeah, it is.
That's a great cigar. I love nubs. I do. But,
All right,
Sorry.
Kamala.
What'd I miss?
Oh, wait.
You said nub.
What'd I say?
You said you love nubs.
Oh.
12-year-old kicked in.
Yeah, right.
There's not a bad bunch those cigars.
No.
They're fantastic. They really, really are. And I like that. What I like about that cigar is I can jump in my car, and by the time I'm at Royal Havana, the cigar is up. I'm done. I'm gonna do something else. I just leave it at that because I know what you guys are looking up. But anyway, great cigar. Fantastic cigar.
Yeah, no, those are nice.
Those are Goron's favorite cigars.
Yeah,
Are they?
Yeah.
Goron from Schnitzel.
Those are like dog walkers. 30 minutes and done.
I love them. They're great.
They're great.
It's not a bad. Even I'm not like a lot of them have the Connecticut style. Even that cigar's good. There's not a bad one in them packages.
Who makes the nub? Is that their own brand, or
No, for
do you
some
know?
reason I think it's Drew Estates, but I can't remember what it is
Okay.
off the top of my head.
Whiskey
Sorry.
Tube. Who makes that
Who
cigar?
makes
Let
it?
us know.
Yeah, let us know who makes it. 'Cause I forget sometimes.
Yeah, well, all the cigars you smoke, it's hard to keep up. So we didn't talk about last night, did we?
It says Olivia.
Oliva.
Oliva.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for checking. Look at you, Johnny, on the spot.
Hey.
dude.
Oliva's
Yeah.
cigars
Whiskey
are-
Tube now just comes up with it. Yeah.
But
Internet delay. We'll go with
Oliva
that.
cigars are good. The G's are good. The
Yeah.
O's are good. The V's are good.
OGV.
OGV, great cigars. I have some of those as well. I love
Nice.
them. Yeah.
Nice.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we're
No,
good.
I was
We were
just going to say, so, just real quick, you mentioned that we were out to dinner last night and the workers to repair
Yeah.
the lines were out. But we were supposed to take my father out to dinner.
Chinese.
We were supposed to go to Chinese. We ended up at a Mexican restaurant.
That's
And my
fusion.
father and I, he's 86, by the way. He and I downed about 4 or 5 margaritas that were in a fishbowl size glass.
Those are rookie numbers.
We gotta pump those numbers up.
Count me out because I was listen.
The bartender was like, "They're not driving, are they?"
I'm like,
Greg's like, "No,
no.
I got this."
I just because my wife would always say, "Come on, you got to have one of these margaritas. You got to have one of these margaritas. You got to have one of these margaritas." So anyhow, I said, I'll take a margarita. But so here's the fishbowl, and I drink like this much out of the fishbowl the entire night, and at the end of the night, my father-in-law wants another one.
He's eyeing it up like.
He's eyeing it up, so I give it to him. So he's like, "Oh, if you're not going to drink that, I'll drink it." And I'm like, "Okay, go right ahead." So he's boom, boom, boom. He's sucking it down, and then she orders another one.
Hey, it was raining. We couldn't
God.
leave.
Oh my God!
I don't know what it is about old people. They can certainly drink.
Oh, my father's a pro.
We went to
Pro.
God, this was years and years ago. I was barely 21 and I was out to dinner with my mom and dad and my great aunt Fanny. We went to her name was Frances, but they called her Franny.
Here we
I
go.
bet.
Fanny,
She
okay.
probably had a hell of a one. Go
She
ahead.
was a beautiful woman. Redhead.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Easy, that's family you're
So we're
talking
at
about.
we're at the Brown Derby and they had
Can I get her number?
unfortunately
Excuse me, can I get your digits?
unfortunately it's a plot number now, so
Oh, for the love of shit.
but they had this drink that they had in this large stemmed fishbowl called the grog.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it was like this huge bowl. And Aunt Fanny, we weren't there with her. She was just happened to be in the restaurant and come by and she goes, and my dad's name was Bob. And she go, "Oh, Bobby, what are you drinking?" And she grabbed my dad's drink, put that straw in there, and literally like inhaled like 3/4 of it.
I love her.
It's like, oh my God.
Is it one of those you're supposed to
And
share with other
your uncle
people?
was happy as a clam.
Oh, he probably was. Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
lucky tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! All right,
But,
kids,
God bless Aunt Fanny.
let's move on.
All right.
Let's move on.
Let-
So should we get into this?
Yeah, let's
We
do it.
should. Yes, we
a
should.
whiskey
We are a whiskey show.
We
Yes,
are a whiskey show.
eventually.
Sometimes we get a little carried away.
Yeah.
But yes, like I said, this is Three Chords. The founder is Neil Giraldo. So I think a lot of us know him from Pat Benatar, who, by the way, was my first concert back in 81, 82.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think they broke up after that. But anyway, go ahead. Just kidding.
Wow.
They're married. But anyway, yeah, so he is a Parma boy, Cleveland suburb here. And he's got a familiar story. Like, you've heard this before when we talked with Rob. You know, he was just sitting around sipping whiskey with his friends, started talking about music, started talking about sound and composition, and they were like, you know, all that mixing and music and whiskey, and it just one thing led to another, and they decided to come up with 3 chords. So they source high quality rare whiskeys from top distilleries in Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Indiana.
Okay. Makes sense.
They blend it, and they are very careful in the barrels that they pick. They want some unique types of barrels. And their whiskeys, they're aged in, sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. This one that we have is finished in a cognac barrel.
Nice.
So they do look for, you know, things that are different. They age them in a heavy toast char number. Okay, so they take different chars, put them together to do their whiskeys. So this is the combination of barrels that they use. They use a heavy toast char number 1. They use French and American oak hybrid chars number 3. Cognac, and other barrels from Spain, which I'm thinking is like the Oloroso, maybe. And they blend those, put them together, and then after they blend them, they put them back in the barrel a second time to get, you know, a little bit more. And they're bottled in Michigan. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, this is a unique blend that I don't know that you can get here in Cleveland, because it is from a podcast in Buffalo, the Buffalo Happy Hour. Derek and Mike got together with 3 chords and put this together, but they do have their own blends. And like I said, it's like the music theme with this, right. and I love that, because you can look at some of these barrels and they have different bands. They've got 3 Days Grace is one of them. Hailstorm is another bottle. I think they have a couple different bottles from Hailstorm. Taking Back Sunday is another one. So
never heard of that.
A couple of bands that, you know, get in there and do their own mix and their blend, which I think is really cool. For those of you that may not have seen the show that we did with Rob, what Blacken did, which was very unique, that they distilled to a playlist of Metallica songs.
They age to a playlist.
Age.
Yes.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yes, they age to a playlist.
They age, and then each bottle you can look at the playlist to see what it was.
Right, that number on there, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That really is.
But it's cool. I love bringing the music aspect.
Oh, 100%.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
So Rob Dietrich was talking about, and we're going to get on the show, kids. I'm sorry. That number had something to do with the albums, right?
It's a playlist on Spotify.
There you go.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that out to the.
The batch numbers correlate. If you go to the Blackened website, the batch numbers, type in the batch number that's on the band.
It'll tell you the music
of the bottle, and it'll tell you the 12 tracks that the song was aged to.
It's cool.
No, go back and watch that show.
I didn't interrupt. I just
very proud of that show. That show was
I just wanted to get
top 10. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, are we passing these out yet? No.
So really quickly, this is a Kentucky straight bourbon, and it is finished in cognac and toasted barrels. It comes in at 116 proof. And the mixture on the barrels was 80% cognac and then 20% toasted.
They're still calling it a bourbon, even though they're putting it in a secondary barrel?
That's what I found. I don't know. Look at that. Look, what does the actual bottle say?
Yeah, that would be whiskey.
Is it whiskey?
Yes.
Okay.
But no, Kentucky straight bourbon was
there you go.
Straight bourbon. Okay.
It is a Kentucky straight. Yep. Okay.
Oh, well, I'm over here.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, hey, just
Might as well.
save a trip.
Right. So I did for our tasting notes that I'm going to do later, and we're going to get to that. I actually watched Derek and Mike's show, and I took the tasting notes that they got from trying their own bottles. So, because there wasn't, it's
Right.
unique.
Right.
You
Well,
can't
yeah.
just find it anywhere. So, I am surprised at the color.
Yeah, it's actually very light for a char one.
Absolutely. You know what though? I think the cognac may darken it up a bit too.
Yeah.
All right, kids.
And this was 116.
116 proof. And you know what? I barely got it to my nose, and I smelt it already, and I smelled the cognac. I didn't even get close.
And I'm not getting any ethanol.
I'm not getting any ethanol, but I'll agree with you, Karen.
Oh, 100%. The cognac is very prominent. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Derek and Mike, we should hook you up with Cleveland's own Rayon.
Yeah,
Use their barrels.
that would work. Ooh.
Ed, that's a nice
Yeah,
wine, heavy wine nose that I'm getting.
If you guys for your podcast, if you want to, I think our first show in January was Rayon Cognac. Watch that show, and you're going to learn because they're the only non-blended cognac. Watch that show; you're going to love it. All right.
I'm getting grape.
Heavy.
Strong grape.
Heavy grape. That's like the wine.
Yeah,
that I said.
but it's not like a white grape or red. It's just grapey. I mean, it's just. I mean, you can't. It should be a white grape.
I'm doing a
but
nose
yeah.
drive-by.
That's what Rayon has.
Yeah.
Is white, and they're the only say it again,
Right.
non-blended cognac. Theirs is straight on.
To me, it's sweet, grapey,
Yep.
very light on the nose.
I got to get some coffee beans now.
How about some coyote pea?
No, thank you. References.
Pull your pants up.
Oh, sorry. Did those drop? I'm sorry.
Almost like a yellow apple. Almost a crisp apple.
Okay.
Almost. I mean, you usually, I'm getting like an apple, grapey.
Definitely a light-colored fruit.
I get a lot of grape out of it.
It smells freaking amazing
It
to
does.
me. Like I want to just. I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah,
'cause
for 116,
I
there's
can't
no
wait.
ethanol. I mean, not getting any
Go ahead,
ethanol.
kids.
So different. It's so smooth on the front, and then it builds. Like, what do they call that music? A crescendo?
Ooh, there's a $5 word.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I get that baking spice, if you will, a little pepper. You get that grape.
Baking spice, like I don't want to say
Earthy.
cinnamon and apple, but a combination of cinnamon
Yeah.
apple.
I
almost.
got something out of
apple, if you will.
I got something out of this that I never ever smelled.
Oh dear, here we go.
Redwood.
What do you mean by redwood?
Redwood, like redwood,
Like California
the
sequoia?
California sequoia redwood trees. I'm getting a redwood aroma. You know, like fresh cut redwood.
God, it's been years since. Yeah.
I know, but I mean, it's like, I don't know if you remember the picnic tables back in the day when they were made with redwood wood. I'm getting that fresh redwood smell on the palate, which is weird.
I kind of get a wine, kind of a wine barrel.
Mm.
Man, is that good?
I love
What's the proof on this?
116.
It doesn't drink.
No way.
No, you know what? Not at first. It doesn't. At first, it's very tame and nice, and then
Really
it,
nice.
like I said, it builds as you drink it.
The finish is peppery.
Yep.
You get a nice pepper, and it's not. There's no ethanol burn. None.
there's something in there. I can't pull it out, but I can taste it. It's like something I've had before.
Wow, this is nice.
It's candy.
Grandma's panties?
No.
Oh,
Coyote piss.
you are stupid.
I don't know.
Man,
No, it is.
there's something in there that I can't pull out that I've had before, but man, is it good. And it's what, 116?
116. It
Man.
I agree with you. It does not hit you like a 116. The heat is there at the end, but it's not
it
116 heat. to
Like
me.
a smoke? Like a light smoke? No, not even.
I don't get the smoke.
I mean, it may be char. But I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not overbearing. It's very subtle.
It's sweet. It's very good. There's candy in there.
It's a candy that you're trying to pull out that you're thinking?
Buttons. The paper from the button strips.
I was thinking about zipper.
I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Nope.
I can't put it together, but anyway, I like it.
I like it a lot.
It's really good.
Actually, and I have never tried any Three Chords products before. I don't know if you guys have had
No.
Three Chords
But
products.
you guys are probably going to kill me,
Why?
but I think they're bringing the pizza in early.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll be right
those
back.
Well, you can take
suckers.
But that right there, I added just a capful of water to it,
Okay.
and it thickened it up. The tongue feel actually thickened up a little bit on this one, which
Did
is
you
really
use
weird.
soda water,
I
or-
used the soda water.
Okay, let me try that
And-
because I'm curious to see what that does.
It came out really nice. There's no ethanol, but there is a wood flavor like the redwood. Like I said, like the redwood smell.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to stick with that one because that redwood is very distinctive. A fresh cut redwood.
So the water definitely toned down any nose that I got, and it sweetened it up a
Yes,
little
it
bit.
did.
I don't want to say molasses, but I'm getting like a honey,
There's definitely a honey flavor.
a honey molasses type of taste. Everything good?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt the show. Sometimes you have unexpected guests, and I just put in where it needed to be. So we're just
Okay.
gonna keep moving forward.
That's when shit happens.
I apologize.
This is what happens when you're
This is a
so
live
popular.
show.
But no, I think that we were talking about when you walked away. Bob put a little cap full of water, soda water, in there, and I think what it did is it took away the nose, but it made it more sweet.
Right. It added some more sweet. It brought more of the sweetness forward, and it was more like a creamy, buttery flavor.
And I was saying molasses or like a honey, but that was after the water. The little bit of cap full of water completely
Changed it.
changed the makeup 100%.
I don't like. I mean, I try 99% of the time. I will not put water in bourbon.
I'm also
or
the same
whiskeys.
way.
I will not do
Neither
that.
will we.
But
I like the raw, whatever's in that bottle. I like that rawness in it.
But when you have a flavor you can't pick out, you have to try and mute the prominent ones.
Yeah.
All
No.
I know is it works very well with this Island Gym.
Actually, let me try it.
Island
It's,
Jim, ready for a sponsorship.
Yeah. No. You know, I'm really pleased with this one. I was.
It's not for the. It's not a beginner whiskey. I'll
So-
put it that way. It's
Absolutely
not a
not.
beginner.
What's it say? What's it say? Let's move along. So what's it say?
What are your?
What's
She's
your palate?
she's got a Stoker Stogie.
I'm puffing. Excuse me.
What's our palate?
Okay, so what we have, and again, I got these straight from the guys that worked with Three Chords to put this bottle together. And I'm surprised because one of the first things they said is it was very ethanol-y.
None.
And I get none of that ethanol on the nose
Not
at
at
all.
But as a rule, the round table kind of likes the higher proof.
Okay.
You know, so
I think so. I think, yeah. They also said honey,
you nailed that.
cherry, brown sugar,
That would be your molasses.
caramel. That was the nose.
Right.
Sweet cherry, basically, is what they come up with. On the palate, they get a lot of the toasted characters, not a lot of deep oak,
No.
burnt wood, caramel, splintered wood, which I think is where you were going
Probably with
the
the
redwood.
redwood, yeah.
That's fresh cut, so that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about, fresh cut.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Grape or white fruit, which I think we said we got immediately on the nose. I don't know about the palate that I got that, maybe a little bit. A little burn on the tip of the tongue. And grape skins, not the grape itself.
Ooh, the tannins from the skins.
Well, I said I got grape,
Yeah.
grape, so, I'll go with that.
Yeah, but the tannins from the skins would be that.
The finish, hot warming, a quicker finished with a wheat, pepper, and it's very tanniny with a lot of oils.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
I
'cause
agree with that.
I
I
think
couldn't pull that out, but I'll tell you what, that makes total sense.
I'm just, you were talking about like a candy. I'm just curious
just
if you were
couldn't
able to
pull-
nail that.
I kept trying to pull it together. I'm like, man, I've had this before, but I'm just gonna, I talked about grapes and stuff like that, but I said caramel. A lot of times caramel's, predominant in bourbons and whiskeys and all that stuff, and vanilla's always going to be there in any barrel, but it does drink more. I'm going to say this, but not say this, but this is a very good cognac, so to say. It's if you want to step it up, that's really a good bottle.
yeah,
It is, yeah.
it's definitely not a beginner bottle.
No, absolutely not.
There is a lot involved in that. Going back to another thing that Rob said, Rob Dietrich. I mean, this is like watching The Wizard of Oz. It starts off in black and white. This is the color version because you're getting a whole lot more with this. This is not a shooter. This is a sipper. And there's so much going on to it that I think we're trying to pull too much out of the simplicity of what this bourbon really is.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really
It
good.
is.
I do know that I bought this bottle out of nowhere, and it's
Actually,
signed.
it does have a signature. I was just going to
It's got
say.
signatures on it, and I'm assuming it's from the
Podcast.
that they put together. But Karen had a very hard time finding. We already had the bottle,
Right.
But we couldn't find the bottle anywhere
Right.
on when she spent like a day on this trying to figure it out. Doesn't exist.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. And unless you go to Derek and Mike's, the Buffalo Happy Hour, then that's where you start to get some information about this. But like I said, before we broke and you had to step away, I've never had a 3-chord product before, and I'm sorry if you answered that question, but I'd never had a 3-chord.
Right.
Have either of you tried a?
No, I have not. This was one of mine on my to try lists because they've been out for a few years, and I just did not get a chance to try this one yet. And I'm actually quite pleased that we were actually able to do this on the show.
Awesome.
I love trying new
Sure.
things, and it may not be your MGP or your Jack Daniels or
right.
your Jim Beam related, but giving these guys a taste and letting us know what we think. I like doing that, the little unknown kind of distilleries.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah, and
So
just
we want to rate this?
well, I was gonna say just doing a quick search on this one here. It has they have bottles of 3 chords from $38 to $80, and then their basic is the $38 one, and then all specialties. What they're talking with like
With the bands.
with the bands, yeah. So they go from 38 to like $80. So which is still well within a good price point. Most of them are 49. There's a couple in there that are 80. Hailstorm, an $80 bottle. They do a lot of work with Hailstorm, obviously. One,
Yeah,
two,
there's a
three,
couple
four,
different- yeah.
five bottles of Hailstorm. The Allman Brothers Band, they have one.
I saw that. Yes, Allman Brothers. Yes.
So there's there's a couple good bands that are working with them. So I'd give this distillery a try.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, I already put my score in, and I very rarely go first, but I'm going to do that tonight. I'm giving this a 4.0. I think this is something, if you find, pick it up and grab it and put it on your bar and try it. So I think this is an awesome drink. 116 proof. Not as hot as you would think it is, but it's
great.
It's a smooth 116
It
proof.
is. It is very nice. Very, very nice. My turn.
You want to go next? Okay, you go next.
Sure.
You know, I'm going to go with the 4.0 as well. I don't know a lot about the bottle. It was something I purchased from the collection, and he didn't know what it was. He tried to look it up as well. The person I bought it from, and in New York, Buffalo, believe it or not. And long story short, I would say the reason why I'm going to rate it 4.0 is it's a good drink. Unfortunately, you can't find it anymore. I don't know however it works out, but at the end of the day, I would say that drink's like a $60-$70 bottle.
Right. It's well worth the price. I mean,
I would agree with that, and it's something that makes me want to research more about Three Chords and look for some of their other products and see what they have out there.
Honestly, we really couldn't find that bottle. I don't know how you end up getting what you got, but it was, we went for whatever. But there's 2 signatures on there, and I don't know what they're at, but anyway, we just wanted to share it out to the people, if you will, that if you ever find it, buy it.
Yeah. I'm going to be the one that's going to bring it down a little bit. I'm going to go 3.9.
Okay.
Well, that's not.
I'm going to go 3.9 on this one because it is a good bottle. I like it a lot. It's good. It is not a beginner's bourbon.
Right.
It is a good gift bottle. I mean, this is one of those that you would have to know your audience on who you give it to.
Sure.
There is a lot to this one, and this one is it's a very simple bottle, and I think we're trying to pull more out of it than's really there. But what's in that bottle, it does not drink like 116. I mean, maybe 100, maybe a 90, 98. But I mean, there's no burn. There's a lot of flavor. This is a good sipper. It pairs well with cigars. It'll pair well with your friends.
Sure. Absolutely.
And I think that's where I'm at on that one.
All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think those are really great scores. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's a winner. I want to
Winner chicken dinner.
I want to get more Three Chords, guys.
Yeah,
we gotta look for this. Way to go, Neil.
And I just looked at the OHLQ. There is that's 2 chords. I got to go 3 chords. I'm 1 chord short.
There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any 3 chords available in Ohio.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
So.
Well, we'll be shopping soon. So.
Yeah, so it does not look like 3 chords is available in Ohio.
I love it.
So it's if you're out of state while watching the show, if you find it, let us know your thoughts on this one, please, because or anything from there.
Yeah, Whiskey Tube, you're in North Dakota.
Yeah, see if it's out there.
Is this something you've ever seen on the shelf? It would be interesting to see. What does Joris say? I have a feeling black.
Joris was an Irish whiskey guy tonight. He went full Irish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and Whiskey Tube had Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Did you get a T-shirt from him?
No, Whiskey Tube, what size you wear?
Yeah, when you do size.
Joris, what size you wear?
Yeah. Send us your addresses and T-shirt sizes, guys.
Yeah, please. All right.
Please.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Whiskey Tube is going to look for it in North Dakota.
There you go.
See if you guys have a better selection than Ohio, which...
Probably do. I'm sorry, was that out loud?
The bar is really low. The bar is really low.
And again, I did not win the lottery in Ohio.
Me neither.
I didn't win the chance to buy another bottle, so...
There you go. That's all right.
I never either.
All right.
I never.
I'm not being rude, but
It's time.
The dog is pissing me off.
I can tell you're hot under the collar
He's
tonight.
hot. He's hot tonight.
Very, very
I think somebody's going to get their butt kicked. I don't know who it is, but as long as it's not me, we're good.
We're good. We're damn good. All right. Well, then let's roll it out of here.
All right. Anything else on the score?
Next week, no.
We hit everything.
We hit everything. Next week, we're doing the Jack Daniels bottle.
We are. Yes.
All right. And I think in the coming weeks, we're probably going to do pre-made cocktails out of the bottle just to see how they're going to do. Because
Manhattans and all
yeah, we got some pre-made Manhattans that we're going to try several different ones and see how they are. So,
all right.
with that being said,
give me Joe Boo's tequila.
Oh, Joe Boo. Oh, there we go.
Dude, I got to piss
Oh,
him off.
wait a minute. Speaking of which, while she's doing that, let me put that in the infinity bottle.
Sure.
We remembered today. Look at that.
Joe Boo, I'm taking your tequila, dude. You better. I hope this pisses you off and the bats get fired up.
Fired up. Fired up. Any last words of wisdom, Big G?
No, I appreciate the podcast that's watching us today. I appreciate that very much. Great cigars. Can't wait to meet you. Thanks for watching. We're gonna watch your show soon. I hope. I don't know. Because you guys are in different areas, if you will.
We'll find you.
Yeah, we'll do our deal. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. I mean, we're in. We're swished. We're swirled.
We're swished and swirled.
We're swished and swirled.
Thanks for watching, because we like to watch. You watch them. I haven't watched them yet. I want to watch them.
You do.
So I just have to get whatever I can get at that point. Very busy guy, no disrespect, but I would love to watch some of your shows as well. And that's the great thing about it. I mean, I love podcasters that watch our podcast. I want to watch your stuff as well. So I appreciate that. And Jars, make sure you get our stuff.
Your size.
Our size, if you will. Excuse me, kids. I'm trying to rush.
U.S. sizes.
Yeah, United States.
We're terrible at math.
And we'll go from there. So, all right, kids. Listen, I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
We're having a good show, and then sometimes we have people unexpected show up. So anyway, at the end of the day, God bless you. I love you guys. Be safe. Until then, I am your host, Big G.
Karen Little B.
Bourbon Bob.
Have a good night, guys. Love you.
Have a
guys.
great one.
Peace and love.
Oh, that freaking